goes like this. I say yes to the greatest good you have for me. Yes to this good and let it bless me. All of the good you wanna bring, I allow it and I say yes. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes. Yes, yes. So that's the verse. Sing it with me if you want. I say yes to the greatest good you have for me. Yes to this good and let it bless me. All of the good you wanna bring, I allow it and I say yes. What do I say? I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes again. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes.
For me, so much good.
So much good.
Right on time.
Right on time.
I can take it.
I can take it.
'Cause it's mine.
'Cause it's mine.
Spirit's gonna give it.
Spirit's gonna give it.
And I'm gonna get it.
And I'm gonna get it.
'Cause I align.
I align
with the divine.
with the divine.
Yes, I align.
I align
with the divine.
with the divine. All of the good you wanna bring, I allow it and I say yes. I say yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes. I say yes, yes, yes. I say yes, I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes. Yes, 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 yes. I say yes. Yes, I say yes. Yes, 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 yes. I say yes. No matter where your journey's starting from, there is a voice calling you.
True story. When Harriet Tubman first escaped from slavery, she heard a voice that said, I want you to help free others. Do you know what Harriet Tubman said to that voice? She said, no. She said, not me. She said, I can't. I can't. But the voice wouldn't let up. It wouldn't let her be. I want you to help free others. I want you to help free others. Finally, Harriet Tubman, the woman who would be known as Moses, said yes. Yes. Walk by faith, not by sight. Moses walked in the middle of the night, step by step. She followed a voice. She couldn't shut it off. She didn't have a choice. It told her when to move. It told her when to wait. She was walking in its footsteps. She was walking in its grace. It wasn't just her people Moses led through the night. It was anyone who's ever walked by faith and not by sight.
You've gotta walk by faith, not by sight. Listening every step of the way. Walk on into the night. Let that northern star be your guiding light.
True story. Harriet Tubman, with the help of the Union Army, once freed 750 enslaved people in one day. Can you imagine 750 people? Moses brought them home. The voice of Spirit doesn't mess around. When you listen to that voice, you are never the same. When you listen to that voice, you are free. And it doesn't stop there. You take others with you. The 750 are still alive today. They're your sisters and your brothers in struggle and in pain. They're your doubts and your fears when you say, I can't, but you can. And you will. When you walk by faith, not by sight. Moses walked in the middle of the night, step by step. She followed a voice. She couldn't shut it off. She didn't have a choice. It told her when to move. It told her when to wait. She was walking in its footsteps. She was walking in its grace. It wasn't just her people Moses led through the night. It was anyone who's ever walked by faith and not by sight.
You've got to walk by faith, yeah, not by sight. Listening every step of the way. Walk on into the night. Let that northern star be your guiding light. No matter where your journey's starting from, there is a voice calling you, yeah, taking you home. You've got to walk
by faith, not by sight. Moses walked in the middle of the night, step by step. She followed a voice. She couldn't shut it off. She didn't have a choice. It told her when to move. It told her when to wait. She was walking in its footsteps. She was walking in its grace. It wasn't just the people Moses led through the night. It was anyone who's ever walked by faith and not by sight.
Walk on into the night. Let that northern star be your guide.
It wasn't just the people Moses led through the night. It was anyone who's ever walked by faith and not by sight. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, what an incredible morning we are sharing already together. I am Reverend Amani, Malaika, and holy wow, what a day we are having, and what a delight. And thanks be to the technology gods that I get to be with you today with my little sniffles. I'm fine, but I am taking precautions and making sure to keep you all beloved safe and not pass on these sniffles. That is not COVID, by the way. But wow, I just want to take a minute, and if you would join me in just holding this moment into your bodies as you had the opportunity to go on this musical journey with Melissa and Z and be prayed in so beautifully by the Imam. I'm so excited to have the Menara community with us today. Wow, what an experience we are having together. A common unity, a common moment that we are sharing, which looks a whole lot like community to me. So just take this moment as you just soak it in and allow yourself to really feel all this goodness. And I want you to just look across the way to who's in front of you. And just gaze at the very face of God. Gaze into the beloved that is showing up as the manifestation of the one right here, right now. And knowing that it is in these relationships, in these connections, that we get to begin to experience the divine in action, the very breath of God want to share with you from the Vedanta. The ignorant one, engrossed in duality, desires material things. The intelligent one, who's the seeker on the path, desires enlightenment. But the wise one is a knower of oneness and just loves and receives everything. The wise one is the knower of oneness. This is the one who allows the totality of life into their experience, knowing there is no separation. Knowing there is no separation and no division between us and between the divine. How good it is when we consciously choose to be the wise one. When we consciously choose in our spiritual journeys to be the manifestation of the one. In every interaction and every step we take and every decision we make. And as the Imam brought forward, it is ours to do, to be the one where the divine gets to move through us in our care for one another. How good that is. And so what I want to invite us into is making that real. Taking it out of just the intelligence, taking it out of the theoretical and bringing it down, as Jeff so beautifully broke down for us, the way that we manifest the divine idea in our very lives into reality. I'm going to share with you from Jesus and the Disinherited, Howard Thurman's book, and what he says about how we bring love into reality. The first step towards love is a common sharing of a sense of mutual worth and value. This cannot be discovered in a vacuum or in a series of artificial or hypothetical relationships. It has to be in real situation, natural and free. Real situations that are natural and free is where we begin the process of loving, when we understand that every connection we have, every relationship we are in or that we begin to cultivate is one of mutual value. How do we begin to really bring ourselves into connection and relationship in mutual value and bring that out of theory and bring it into practice, into our actual real experience? The knower of oneness does this by actually being in community. I would ask us to maybe flip the script a little bit and think about how we know oneness from the bottom up. That we have to get off our meditation cushions, get off our moments of silence, and actually begin the process of community and connection, our common unity. The experience of that brings us into a greater experience of the one. We often think in spiritual tradition that it's because we pray and it's because we meditate and it's because we have spiritual practice that then we will have a greater experience of our divinity, of our connection to the one. And sometimes, yes, that is true. But the way that that gets real, the way that we become embodiments of that reality is through our connections and relationships with one another. And so the real, non-theoretical experience of oneness is best put in practice in community. I want to share with you the definition of common to be done by many people, occurring or appearing frequently. And unity, a totality of related parts, an entity that is a complex or systemic whole. Wow. Think about this with me for a moment. That unity is a complex and varied wholeness. That sounds like humanity to me. What about you? And common is that it's appearing frequently, that it's occurring frequently and participated in by many. I would love for us all to be holding the prayer right here and right now for a common unity, also known as community. What if we made it our mission of love and action, to bring forward a common unity through the practice of intentional community, through the practice of multicultural community, through the practice of interfaith community? That this is the very way that we get to experience our connection with the one. This is the way we expand our conscious experience of oneness. It's not the other way around. It's not we have an expanded consciousness of oneness and then it shows up in community. We got to get in the muck together. We got to get into some messy relationship together. We've got to pack lunches with the Menara Muslim community together and allow those connections, allow our shared values to move us into an expanded awareness of what it means to know the face of God in every single human we come into contact with. To know the face of God in every piece of life, every piece of creation. And because we know that oneness, and we allow everything that is into our experience, into our conscious experience of oneness, we are grown by that. We are expanded by that. We not only know God more wholly, but we have the opportunity to then be a more whole expression of that one. It is a glorious opportunity for us to be together. It is a glorious gift, a holy and sacred gift for us to be together. And so my invitation to you is to invite your own wisdom. Invite all that is into your experience with some curiosity, with some awe and some wonder. Can I invite in this moment? Can I invite in this discomfort? Can I invite in with curiosity and wonder about the nature of God in this relationship where someone may seem so different than me, whose faith practice may be so different than mine, whose experience of economic stability may be so different than mine, whose experience of culture and race may be so different than mine. And yet what I know to be true about God is it is always present, always in motion, and living itself through every single one of us. And so can I lean in with some curiosity about how God is showing up in man? Can I cultivate relationship outside of my comfort zone in an attempt to have the experience of God? Well, I say, yes, we can. And that is our own work. As we each step forward into our lives, with the deep desire to know oneness. We invite in a little bit more of what is unknown, a little bit more of what may be uncomfortable. We invite in the relationships that are right here in front of us. We invite in every single person sitting in the room with you today, every single person who's on the live stream today, into our experience of oneness. I know this is how God shows up. I know this is the way towards a world that works for everyone. And I know that you and I are in it together in a common unity, and it is good. So I'm going to do something now. I'm going to pass this back over to Melissa and Z so that they can anchor this in prayer for us. I love you so much. Mwah.
There is only one of us. In your eyes, it's me I see. There is only one of us. You are my reflection. There is only one.
There is only one. One power, one source, one love. The source of all creation. This one is right here, right now. In me and in each and every one of us here in the room, live streaming, and everywhere on this beautiful planet and beyond. And so I speak a word right here, right now, for our common unity. I accept for each and every one of us right here, more and more each day, a knowing of this oneness, and a knowing of this oneness in everyone we come into contact with, that we are truly one. I accept for us a deeper and deeper celebration of this oneness, how it shows up in us and how it shows up in others. I accept for us a deep respect and celebration of the diversity of the common unity. I accept for us to be surprised and amazed and stretched in love. The love of the Creator, the love of the One. And I celebrate this. I celebrate these blessings. And as I release it, if you are in alignment with this prayer, I invite you to say after me, Amen, Ashe, and so it is.